everyone, what's going on? For those of you that don't know me, my name is Hans Waisfeld. I'm a real estate agent in Miami with Keller Williams, and today I am so excited. We have amazing guest, someone that it's very dear to my heart because without this person, I wouldn't be where I am today. And that is Barbi Triana. Thank you so much for being here with us. For
Oh my
those of you
God.
that don't really know, when I joined Keller Williams, one of the main reasons I joined Keller Williams is because of Barbie. Like Barbie, when I went to interview them, she really touched my heart. She just got me, and here we are today, about 7 months later, 6 7 months later.
Oh my gosh. It's been that long. Yes.
So welcome to the show, and again, thank you so much for taking your time to be here with us.
Oh my God. Are you kidding? It's my pleasure. And technically speaking, it wasn't me who moved you. It was the Keller Williams systems, the models, the support, the machine that made you realize that this was the place to be. So I'm so proud and so happy to have you. You know, I knew you were a rock and roller when I first met you. I still think you're a rock and roller, as you know, because I always found you to be the guy not afraid to do the hard work. Everybody wants to make $1 million in real estate, right? Everybody wants to go out there and crush it. Everybody wants to make six figures. And yet when we say, hey, you can do this too, but you have to do X, Y, and Z. I don't know. That's not my style. You know what I mean? And that is the thing that right? It happens to all of us. Barbie, but I don't do that. Barbie, that's not my thing. I get it. And yet we absolutely have to come to grips, especially now in this crazy time that we're in, that we really do have to get serious about our businesses and double down on the activities that work to get maybe half of the results. We have to get real, and we have to get real about getting real now more than ever.
Definitely be talking about that. We'll definitely be getting into that a little bit. But before we get started with all these awesome bombs that you're about to drop, tell us a little bit about you. How long you've been with Keller Williams? How long you've been in real estate? And also tell us a little bit, what is your position in Keller Williams? So what is exactly that you do?
What do I do? So let's start with the position name. So I am the assistant team leader at Keller Williams, which basically means that I help manage the office. I manage the agents. We have 300 agents in our office. And my favorite thing that I do in Keller Williams, and I do have my hands, I think, a little bit in everything that happens in the office, right? I
Absolutely.
absolutely do. But the jam that I love the best, the thing I love best to do is to help agents on the street. You know what I mean? In the trenches, boots on the ground. Barbie, oh my God, I have a deal that's about to crash. I'll help you through it. Barbie, oh my God, this is my first listing. I don't know what to do. Let's get it going. The things that propel you to a paycheck are my favorite things because at the end of the day, that's the reason for the season, right?
And that's the reason for the season.
That's it. Getting paid. We do it for the love of the business. I'm not going to lie. I do love the business. It's not all about the money. I've been in the business since, can I tell this without giving out my age? No, I guess it's out there forever in the internet. I have been in real estate since 1988, people. Let that sink for a second in. I have been a full-time real estate agent for most of that time, if not all of it. Wouldn't trade it for anything in the world. Wouldn't trade it, and this is perfect for an Argentine like you. Not even for the times of vacas flacas or vacas gordas. I wouldn't trade it. This business has been the business that has given me probably the most amazing life that I could imagine, and I'm still not even maybe halfway there. So this
Wow, those are
is
some
the business.
very
Yes,
deep words, Barbie. Very deep.
Come on now. Come on now, people. If you're not doing what you love, stop doing it. And if real estate is not the thing that you love, I'll even go one step further. Let's say real estate is not the thing that you love. I'll tell you something. There's not probably a better business out there to make the money to be able to fund the things you love. Right? What are you going to do? You're going to go out and get a daytime job, 9 to 5, $20 an hour? What are you doing? Do you want to be able to fund that perfect life? Right? You want a jet set? You want to give to charity? Do you want to be Bill Gates? What do you want to do? Real estate is the business that allows that to happen. You want that retirement? You want those properties under your belt? You want to be collecting rents on the first of the month? Hate to tell you, real estate is the place to be. So one way or another, everything that you want in life is attached to this fabulous business, right? In this amazing city that still maybe is not 30% of everywhere it could be. So imagine the excitement of being in real estate now in Miami. It's the best place ever.
Wow. Saying that Miami is 30% of where it could be.
Oh my gosh,
The
I still
potential.
think so. I
That's
still
nuts.
think there's
Wow.
room. Yes,
Wow.
I still think there's more room. And I don't mean 20 more buildings. That's not what I mean by potential. I mean culturally speaking. I mean as having live space, workspace, and all of this. And I promised myself I wouldn't say the C word on this thing. And when I say C, I mean COVID. But, right, I think that especially in this time, we're going to have to reinvent the way we do a lot of things in our business. And it's an exciting time to be in the business and see, oh my God, what is that going to be? What is that going to look like? It's an amazing time to be in this business. So if you're not in this business yet and you're thinking, oh Lord, this is not the time to get in it because now the world is ending. No, this is the best time now. The opposite is true. Why? Because you are starting now in ground zero when we're all figuring out what the new normal is. Right? And if you are in this business and you believe people that say, oh, you know, Barbi, the business is dead, nothing's happening, you're wrong. There's transactions being had. There's transactions closing. There's buyers in the market. There's sellers in the market. There will always be. So this is not the time to be afraid. This is the time to say, wait a minute, let me readjust. Reality check. Let's get our budget. Cut your budget in half, people. If you don't do anything else we talked about on this thing today, cut your budget in half. Look at all those crazy little expenses, all those little iTunes apps, all those little things, those monthly subscriptions. Get rid of them. If they're not enriching your life, get rid of them. If they're not giving you a return of 2, 3, 10 times your money, get rid of them. And if they're not getting you to that next level you want to be at, like if it's training, it's something to improve your life, keep it. If it's not, get rid of it. Those will be the 3 things. If it's not improving your life, if it's not making you money, right? Get rid of those things. Let's get real about getting real, you guys. This C thing is the reset button in our world now, in our time. So we're going to reset. Let's reset and be ready for what comes forward. But I have no doubt in my mind that this is the business that will survive everything.
So changes and everything that we're going through, Barbi. So what are some things that you can say you started that it's new to you and that you're going to continue implementing?
Oh my gosh, what's new to me? And here's the exciting part. When you're 32 years doing anything, I'm sorry to tell you, it will get stale. I don't care who you are. I don't care if you have as much energy as me all day. 32 years of anything could get tedious. And yet here we are with a brave new world. So there's a ton of new things happening now. Everything going virtual, first of all. This interview, you and I would be doing it together, and we'd be sharing the mate physically, personally, and we'd be chilling and cracking up and having fun and whatever else. I would have kissed you when I got there and back and forth. Now everything is virtual. Our listing presentations, virtual. Our showings. Who thought we would see a day where people say you cannot see a place live? You might be only able to see it in video or in some 3D tour or something. I always knew that technology's always been there, but I never thought that would be a standard. And yet here maybe we are with that kind of thing. All these new addendums, COVID, show in person addendum, COVID extensions, COVID this, COVID that. All of these things are so alien to everything we knew to be true. And yet here we are. What you told me a month ago, if you would have told me, I would have said, you're crazy. What are you talking about? That's never going to happen. Oh, here it is. And here we are. So I really don't know where it's going to go. We don't know what the new normal is. But if you say that, I laugh and I say that the world ended on March 13th, right? Friday the 13th, because that's when everybody started shutting down. Right?
About that.
Come on, I say the world ended on March 13th. But we had our big party, if you remember. We had it on March 12th. And I knew it was going to be the last party of the year in the office. We had a huge party, 200 and something agents, drinks, cajachina, pork, paella, the whole works, liquor, everything. because we knew somehow it was going to be the last one of the year, right? So, okay, so if it's going to be the last one, let's go out in style. We were careful. We didn't kiss. We social distance as much as you can when you're having a party, right? Live music, the whole thing. But yeah, here we are. We do the best we can do. And now, our first 2 weeks were kind of like shock. No, this isn't happening. Oh my God, what are we going to do? The second 2 weeks were kind of like, okay, we got to get serious. We got to get ready. We got to buy toilet paper. And they bought all the toilet paper, and they still haven't made enough toilet paper to supply the world. It is crazy, insane. So we go through this time now of preparation, and we're like on sheer adrenaline for the second 2 weeks. Getting ready, getting our families ready, getting our bunkers together, getting organized, getting things. This last 2 weeks has been a little bit like COVID fatigue almost. Now we're over it. My God, we've been in the house for 45 days, for 30 days. What do we do? This is getting tiresome. I'm getting kind of unmotivated and all of that kind of stuff. So what's the next stage? I don't know. That's the beauty of what's going on now. There is no thing that you can say, oh, back in 2008, we did this. There is no rule book for what's happening now. That's part of the brilliant thing of it. But I will say this about COVID. And here I said I wasn't going to talk about it, and we're talking about it because that's what's happening, right? But seriously, this is, I found it to be the real, like the reality revealer. Do you know what I mean? I found COVID to be the thing that reveals the strengths that we have. Like, wow, I didn't think I could do this thing, but I've got the strengths to do this. It's revealed weaknesses in our systems, in our finances, in our governments, in our businesses and how they work. It's uncovered weak spots. And for that, I am absolutely grateful, because if you're not really shown things, you can walk around, oh, everything's good, business is good, everything is fine, and you don't make changes. But this is really, I think, forcing everybody to reevaluate how they live and to fix it. And I think for that, I think it's a blessing. And yes, it's a terrible thing happening. And yet, let's use it positively, because it's the only thing we can control to get our lives back under our control.
Wow.
Right?
Because two parts we didn't know was there: our weaknesses and our strengths. That
Yes.
In our busy lives, before all this happened, our busy lives, we probably didn't even think about it. Or so right now, like, it really comes out, it really shows, and I didn't even think about it until now, and I definitely agree with that. And wow,
This is the time to get real about getting real, and this is the new reality. This is what we're dealing with. Okay, let's put our belts on. Let's get together. Okay, what do we got to do? Let's get out there and do what we got to do, right? Because we still have to support our families. We still have to live. So let's do that the best way we can.
So, well, going back to the question.
Oh, wait.
You're gonna continue doing, no matter if things get back to normal, wherever the situation goes. Mm-hmm. What are some things that you think, hey, I really like this, how I'm doing this, maybe like a strength that you found in something. So yes. What is something that you can share with us? Is it just the videos, or is there something else that maybe we can't really see? Can you hear me now?
I can hear you good. So beside the videos, and yes, everything is going virtual. So I love the idea of being able to communicate with more people. And if you imagine in the old world, BC, right, before this C, we used to have live training. So you have a training room, you could fill it maybe with 50 people. The idea now of being able to connect, even on something like Instagram, with 1,000 people, with 100 people, with 5,000 people, that we never could do before, I think that is absolutely brilliant. And I don't want to go back to doing anything in a little room that fits 20 people, right? Why? Why do anything small? So COVID is kind of making me think, okay, what can we do bigger than before, right? So it's kind of got me all excited. What else did it get me excited about that I'm not going to do differently anymore? Well, I'll tell you one thing. I started wearing leather gloves about 2.5 years ago, and people thought I was crazy. And now I have gloves for every occasion. Sorry, people, I will not wear rubber gloves. I will wear my leather gloves to the grave. And fancy. There you go.
Fancy and beautiful like you.
I am
Nothing.
ready for COVID. So things like that, the new accessory, having a mask as a new accessory, it's a new thing. Having gloves to protect yourself. The idea of social distance is so unusual because for all of our life, we all knew the words personal space. Hey, you guys, give me my personal space. But now social distance makes that so crucial, and yet we still have to shop, don't we? We don't want to stop going to the movies. We don't want to stop going to the theater or going to shows. So how is all of that going to work? I don't know. But whatever it is, there's one thing I made a decision on. Whatever this new world becomes, I'm going to do whatever I got to do to succeed in it. And I don't even care.
So going back to succeeding, let's say in today's world. So if you were a new agent right now, starting out, or you're an agent that doesn't have too much business going on, what is something that you will implement? Like try to really put yourself in. Like, you know what?
Right now,
I gotta go out there. I'm a new agent. I've been in the business for very little time. Like all this is happening. Like what is something that you think is gonna give you the highest return on your investment right now? What is the one
Talking to your people. Talking to your people. Right now is the time to do two things if you're brand new. Sharpen your skills. That is no joke. Go out there and learn the conversations that make people want to say, yes, I'm willing to buy or I'm willing to sell. But call your people. If you don't have those skills, talk to the people. You have an iPhone. You have social media accounts. You have followers. You follow people. Call them and just ask them, man, how are you doing? How are you handling this crazy new reality? Is there anything at all I can help you with? Well, nobody's working, whatever. So you know what? We are working. We are seeing activity. We are seeing things. But, real estate aside, people need tutors now for their kids. People need recommendations on who's selling masks, who's doing this or who's doing that. You could be a connector to people. And if you are the person that everybody goes to, if they need to know, oh, I need to do this thing. Who do I call? Let me call Hans. Hans knows everything. Hans knows everybody. Become that person. Become the person that knows everybody who does everything and connects people. Become the resource. Become the voice of calm that says, you know what? Things are still happening. Things are still moving and I can help you through it. And you'll be fine. Now you have to learn the skills. So get in there, get into training. If you have a broker that doesn't have a strong training calendar, virtually, however it is, run. Because right now we need to be the experts. And in order to be an expert, you have to have confidence. In order to have confidence, you have to learn the skills. So even in this crazy time, there's no magic bullet, there's no shortcut, right? People call me now just out of the blue. It only took me 32 years to get lucky, right? If you think about it, it's what you do every day. And it doesn't matter if you have a full-time job. It's what you do in the time that you have free. You need to be talking to 40 people a day. It's specific. People don't even realize, oh, I want to make 100,000 in real estate. And usually 100,000 is the number, right? I want to make 100,000 in real estate at 6 figures. Great. Do you know how many houses that is? Do you know what price point we're talking about? Learn the language of our business. Get your numbers right. It's a numbers business. There is no shortcutting, no stories, no anything. Once you have those things and you're willing to do the work, and yes, 40 conversations is the magic number.
in that bold class.
Oh my God, bold!
Yes. Crazy how 30,000 people on live on Facebook Live. It just blows my mind, right?
It's absolutely amazing.
It's like you said, it's changing the way we are doing things. Instead of doing a bold class now with 100 people or 50 people, actually it was. Now it's 30,000 people. You can't hear me again?
Yes, I can hear you. Yes, so imagine 30,000 people. Where could you get that? From all over the world. People in Germany, people in the Middle East, people everywhere, all over creation. And let me tell you something. What companies are even having those kinds of opportunities for people now? If you're with a broker who hasn't shared with you yet the resources to look for funding, worksheets and things to cut your budget, and they haven't given you, like, the world is shifting, absolute action plans for you to move forward, run! Because right now we need people who are in charge of the technology, in charge of what's happening, and are ready for whatever coming next. And we don't know what it is. And in my office, we have a funny saying: it doesn't matter to me what you need in this business. Your job is to tell me what that is. Tell me the what you need, and my job is to tell you the how and the who. And if I don't know what that is, our job is to invent it for you. And that's the reason for the season on the broker side. We are here to help you become the best you can be. And it's probably why I'm doing it so long. I do love that part of the job.
Like you say, you're a to-go person. When you have that question, hey, Barbi, I need this, or what do you think about this? It's like you have lines of people waiting outside of your room, Barbi, to ask you.
Yes, absolutely. And by the way, now I have virtual lines outside. So I love that. Now I have virtual lines outside my office. I think that's brilliant. Zoom after Zoom after Zoom. My room is always open. I love that.
To have so much energy, you know, from I don't know what time you wake up. Right now it's 7 p.m., 7:30. You're still in the office and you still have this energy and this positivity and this just what do you do? What do you think it comes from? Were you always like this? Do you think? Tell me about that.
Yes, I've always been this way, but I do really believe that it is a function of doing what you love. I don't think I would be this energetic if I had another kind of job or a 9-to-5 job. I couldn't be in that kind of thing. So finding what you love and doing it is brilliant. Now, do we love every single part of the realtor life, of the realtor job? No. Do we sometimes want to strangle sellers and buyers? Yes. Sorry, guys. We love you. And yet you make us crazy sometimes. But you know what? There is an amazing satisfaction of moving in the real estate world and knowing the real estate conversations. Because I think everything in our lives is tied to real estate. Imagine the roof over your head, your retirement, everything that you do moves. And we are in the middle of that. We are responsible for helping that family buy their first home. We're responsible for that investor becoming a millionaire. That is an amazing, amazing opportunity for us. And it pays well. Let's not hate. You guys, right? It pays well.
And we're in South Florida, imagine.
Come on, we're in South Florida. It's a beautiful market. But to be able to change people's lives every day, you almost can't not have energy, right? You almost can't not. It is a thing that really does energize you. And I beg you, if you are not feeling that energized about everything you do, this is the reality time, right? Check it. Check yourself and get real and get right. My dears, you have one life to live. Only one. As far as I can tell. If we come back as dogs or cats, whatever it is, we don't know. So what are you going to do with this life here? Because time flies, even if you're not having fun, my loves. Take it from me. 32 years went by and in a second for me, right? And yet I realize it is up to us. It's up to you to make it happen. There's no magic pill. And I'm not always energetic. I'm not always bubbly because I'm energetic. I'm energetic because I make it a point to be so. It's a decision I make. Just like love is a decision. Just like going to the gym is a decision. Just like those decisions that you know are sometimes painful, right? But they're going to lead to a better you. You have to make that decision for yourself. And we can't want that more than you. You have to want it for yourself.
Wow. I love that. I appreciate that. So, Barbie, before we finish off, we're going to go into some fun questions to finish off the show.
Oh, my God.
Ready?
Yes, let's hear them. Yes, I'm ready.
So, Barbie, I want to hear from you. Would you rather be the best player on the worst team or the worst player on the best team?
The worst player on the best team. Of course. It's not even a question. What the hell do I want to be with a bunch of rejects? No. You want to be just like even in real estate. You don't want to have the best house on the worst street. You want to have the worst house on the best street. Right? You see, everything is related to real estate. All roads lead to real estate.
That's a good one. I haven't heard of that one, Barbie.
Yes, of course.
Wow. Okay.
You're going to write that one down. I'll repeat that to you later when I see you.
What's the best and the worst purchase you have ever done? In general, it could be anything. Best and worst purchase.
The best purchase. Okay, I think I'm going to start with the worst one first. I won't say what it was because it's too silly and too embarrassing. But I bought something online. I'm a big online shopper, right? And I brag all the time that I buy all my clothes online and everything fits and everything is perfect. But I bought something online once that I thought was this thing. And when I received it, it was this thing. And I was so embarrassed because I paid a lot of money for this thing. Yet I knew in a certain way it wasn't the right amount of money and it wasn't, like, you know what I mean? Like I got it for like too much of a deal.
You're like, something is up here.
Yeah, you get what you pay for. So I bought something that I was like, oh, I'm going to buy this $500 thing for X amount of dollars. And what I got was the supersize me tiny version of that thing. And I was so embarrassed because I should know better, right? But I tried to get over. So I avoid that at all costs. I try not to get over anymore. I like to pay what things are worth and know what I'm getting.
Reminds me of something.
Yeah.
That reminds me, going back to real estate.
Yep.
You try to save, but it ends up costing you way more money.
Costing you more. Yes. All roads lead to real estate. Everything relates. Now, what was my best purchase? What was my best purchase? My best in my life? In my whole life? I've had so many things. But we'll say recent, in the last year. My best purchase in the last year was a portable keyboard, a MIDI keyboard. Because in 2020, I gave up television because I'm learning to play the piano. And that was my best purchase. I bought it for my birthday, and I am in love with it.
So
Oh, wait, I can't hear you.
I don't know what.
There it is. No, it just stops for a second. So yeah, so I'm learning to play the.
And it's gone?
Now I hear you, but something happens.
Take off my headphones.
Yep.
That's crazy.
I think it's the headphones out.
Wow. The Apple headphones are gone. I don't know.
Yes, Apple, goodbye to headphones. So that's my favorite purchase. Yes, I'm learning to play the piano.
That is awesome. That is beautiful. That's cool. I went to school for music and I know some basic keys, piano there.
Did you?
I don't know if you know
Oh my gosh, that was on my life list. It's been on my life list for all of my adult life. And I said to myself, 2020 is the year. I'm not going to wait anymore.
Wow.
I'm doing it.
That's awesome. That's really good to know. We're going to have something to talk about now.
Oh my God, we're going to do a jam session. We're going to do an Instagram jam session when I get to level 4. I love it.
Barbi, I know you love traveling, and I think you mentioned a spot to me, but what is your favorite place or the best place you've ever been to?
My favorite spot. It's true. And they're two different spots. But there is... First of all, I'm Cuban. Does everybody know I'm Cuban? Nobody knew that I'm Cuban? I'm Cuban. So my favorite spot from the 20th century is Cuba, Havana. That's my favorite spot. Why?
Wow.
Because when you go there, you go back in time. Right? So now, no internet. You go back to like 19-something. And you're living that kind of way. And I find that to be remarkable to look at old cars and old things. And, modern life hasn't reached there, really. So it's a great vision back. And second, I think the Cubans do have that thing that I have, is that resilience. That ability to smile and laugh and do whatever. It doesn't matter how you live. It's up to you to show up how you want to show up. That quality, and to see it in 1 million people at the same time, is like, oh my God, when you get home, it's like, oh my God, I'm asleep at the wheel. Because these people are making motorcycles out of washing machine parts, and they're doing stuff, right? And we're so spoiled, and but they're doing stuff with very little. They're doing a whole lot. So that's my favorite spot.
I gotta check out Havana. All right?
Yes, you've got to check out Havana.
That's
my next trip to Havana, I've been there many times. My next trip there is going to be on a yacht. I'm going to go around the whole island. I'm going to spend 15 days going around Cuba sailing. So that's on my life list, right? But my favorite place, drop me anywhere in Italy. I don't even care where. Just drop me there, close my eyes, take off my blindfold. Just put me anywhere there and I am home. That I do know for a fact.
Sto imparando a parlare alcune parole in italiano.
Ah, devi studiare di più. Devi studiare di più. Veramente. I spent my entire adult life learning Romance languages because I knew somehow that was my future.
Wow.
And I do plan to retire to the south of someplace fabulous.
Beautiful.
It has to be south. I'm not for that cold weather nonsense. No.
You deserve it, Barbie. You deserve it. You definitely deserve it. And again, Barbie, thank you so much for joining me. Thank you so much. It was amazing. Like your energy, you transmit. Everybody feels it.
I love it.
Everyone around you. So.
Oh my God! But don't leave me like that. You have to tell me what is your most embarrassing purchase.
I ask people when I interview them this question, and I still, to this day, I'm still not sure what was the worst purchase I've ever done.
We have to hang out more. I'll teach you how to buy stupid things.
I'm a type of person that investigates a lot when I buy anything. I'm always searching.
Oh my God! So you don't do that? Oh
I'm
my God!
Searching, Googling. I compare. Yeah.
I love it. We'll hang out together more, and I'll teach you how to buy stupid stuff.
I can tell you my favorite thing that I've ever bought, or the best thing I've ever bought. It was the plane ticket to Brazil, Rio de Janeiro.
Come on now.
2014 to see the World Cup.
Now we're talking. Yeah.
Life changing.
Life changing.
Plane ticket.
I love it. Thank you, you guys. Please, please, please get out there. Get real. Get right. Get your finances in order. Double down on what you need to be doing, you guys. Money, success, prosperity, everything is within your reach. The question is, are you ready to do what you need to do?
Love it. Barbie, thank you so much. Once
Thank
again,
you.
I appreciate it. Thank you everyone for joining us. And
thank you.
I'll see you tomorrow in Bold.
Go get him. Bye, sweetheart.
Bye, everyone. Take care.
Bye.
Stay safe.